All right, everyone, welcome back. Get ready, because today we're taking a deep dive into something that might seem basic at first glance. English greetings.
Oh, yeah, greetings. They're more complex than they might appear on the surface.
Exactly, and to really get into it, we've got a popular podcast for English language learners as our source material. And let me tell you, there are some real gems in there.
I'm intrigued.
So we're going way past the usual hello, goodbye, and even how are you? We'll uncover the subtleties, the unspoken rules, and even some fun slang that native speakers use.
Sounds fascinating. Those little nuances can make all the difference in how we're perceived, especially when interacting with people from different cultures.
Absolutely. Like, I remember this one time I was traveling and I tried to use what I thought was a casual, friendly greeting in a really formal setting.
Oh no, what happened?
Let's just say it was a bit awkward, but hey, we live and learn, right?
That's for sure. I think those stumbles are actually valuable learning experiences. They highlight the importance of understanding the context and the subtle cues that guide our interactions.
So true. Even something as simple as hello or hi.
Right. Those are like the bread and butter of greetings, universally understood, appropriate in most situations, but even they have their own subtleties.
Hello versus hi. Is there really a difference?
It's subtle, but hello tends to be a bit more formal, a touch more professional, while hi is more relaxed, friendlier. You might use hello in a business setting, for instance, or when meeting someone for the first time.
And hi for, say, grabbing coffee with a colleague or chatting with a neighbor.
Exactly. It's all about matching the level of formality to the situation and the person you're interacting with.
Okay, so hello and hi, our trusty go-to greetings. But then there's hey. Our source material points out that this one is all about casual conversations, especially among friends.
Hey, hey is definitely more informal. It signals a sense of familiarity and comfort.
Like, it instantly brings down the barriers a bit.
Right. But there's a fine line between friendly and overly casual. Overusing hey can sometimes come across as unprofessional, especially in certain contexts.
Oh, for sure. Like, imagine using hey in a job interview. Probably wouldn't go over too well.
Probably not. It's all about being mindful of the situation.
All right, so we've got hello, hi, and hey, each with their own place in the greeting spectrum. Now, how about the classic, how are you?
Ah, the how are you dance. It's interesting how this question has become more of a social ritual than a genuine inquiry about someone's well-being.
Right. It's almost like an automatic response. We ask it out of politeness,
Yeah.
and we expect a standard, I'm good or I'm fine, in return.
Exactly. Even if we're having the worst day ever, we rarely launch into a detailed explanation of our woes.
So true. It's more about acknowledging the other person and keeping the conversation flowing.
But I do think there's a deeper meaning at play here, too. It's a way of expressing interest in the other person, even if it's just on a surface level.
You mean it's a way of saying, I see you, I acknowledge you.
Exactly. It's a tiny but significant social cue that can make a difference in how we connect with others.
Okay, so we know the standard, how are you? But our source material also highlights some more casual variations, like what's up? Or how's everything?
These are definitely more informal, and they often signal a closer relationship with the person you're greeting.
What's up? Has that cool, laid-back vibe.
And how's everything? Suggests you're interested in catching up on their life in a broader sense.
But again, context is key, right?
Hmm.
You wouldn't use these with someone you just met or in a formal setting.
Absolutely. It's all about reading the room and choosing the language that fits the vibe.
So to recap, we've got the formal, hello, the friendly hi, the casual hey, and the classic how are you dance, along with some of its cooler variations.
And we've learned that even these seemingly simple greetings are packed with meaning and social significance.
Feeling good about this. How about you?
Yeah, let's keep going. I'm curious to see what else we uncover as we delve deeper into this topic.
All right, then, let's move on to introductions.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've gotten past the initial hello, maybe exchange names, what comes next. How do we make sure that introduction doesn't just fizzle out?
It's all about those subtle cues again, keeping the conversation flowing smoothly.
You know, sometimes I feel like I hit a wall. I'm not sure what to say next to keep things moving.
One really effective technique is reciprocation, like we talked about with the how are you dance.
So if they ask how I'm doing, don't just say, I'm fine, and leave it at that.
Exactly. Ask them how they are too. Show them you're actually interested, not just going through the motions.
Makes sense. It's like saying, I'm engaged in this conversation. I care about what you have to say.
Right. It creates a much more welcoming and natural back and forth. And our source material has a good example of how this plays out in a real conversation.
Yeah, I remember this one. It starts simple enough with, hello, how are you?
Right, but then notice the response isn't just, I'm good, it's, hi, I'm good, thank you. How about you?
Okay, so they're acknowledging the question and then tossing it back, keeping the ball in the air.
Precisely. And then they introduce themselves. I'm great, thanks for asking. My name is Sarah. What's your name?
Smooth. No awkward pauses, just a natural flow. And then the other person replies, I'm John. Nice to meet you.
See? Polite, friendly, right to the point. And to wrap it all up, Sarah says, nice to meet you too. So there you have it. Greeting, checking in, introducing yourself, and a polite acknowledgement, all in a nice, neat package.
It's like a little formula for a successful introduction.
Well, I wouldn't say formula. It's more like a set of guidelines. The most important thing is to make it feel natural, not like you're reading from a script.
Oh, definitely. Adapt to the situation. Read the other person's cues. That's what makes it a real conversation.
And that's what makes learning these nuances so rewarding. It's not just memorizing phrases, it's about truly understanding how to communicate.
It's like learning a musical instrument. Yeah, you need to know the notes, but it's the feeling, the improvisation, that makes it music.
Exactly. That's what takes us beyond basic functionality to real connection and engagement.
And that's what our listeners are striving for, right? To go beyond just speaking the language to really connecting with people.
Absolutely. And that's where things get even more interesting as we move into informal greetings. Remember those. What's cracking? What's the buzz?
Yeah. Those ones add a bit of color, a bit of personality to the conversation.
They do. But with any informal language, it's crucial to know when and where to use them.
So, like, not in a job interview.
Haha, probably not. It's like choosing the right outfit. You wouldn't wear a ball gown to the grocery store. You want your language to fit the occasion.
Okay, so let's break down these informal greetings, starting with what's cracking. I've always been a bit confused by that one, to be honest.
It's basically a slangy way of saying what's up or what's going on.
So it's for close friends, people you're comfortable with.
Right. It suggests a shared sense of humor, a lighthearted vibe.
Gotcha. Like if I bumped into a friend at the coffee shop, a casual what's cracking would work.
Exactly. It sets a friendly and relaxed tone right from the start. Now, how about what's the buzz? That one's always sounded a bit mysterious to me.
Me too. It makes me think of bees buzzing around.
Haha. Well, it does have a bit of that energy to it. It's often used when there's excitement or anticipation in the air.
So like if there was a big event coming up or some exciting news.
Exactly. It's like asking, what's everyone talking about?
All right, and then there's how's life. That one feels a bit more general.
It's a way of asking about someone's overall well-being without being too specific.
So it could be a good way to start a deeper conversation with a friend, maybe.
Definitely. It shows you're genuinely interested in how they're doing, what's going on in their life.
You know, thinking about all these informal greetings, it strikes me that they're not just about sounding cool or slangy. They're about building connection.
Exactly.
Oh.
They allow us to express our personality, share a laugh, and create a sense of intimacy.
It's like when you use those phrases, you're saying, hey, we're on the same page. We get each other.
And that's a powerful feeling. It's what makes communication truly rewarding.
I'm feeling inspired to try some of these out in my own conversations. But are there any, like, potential pitfalls we should be aware of?
That's a great question because even though these greetings are casual, we still need to be sensitive and aware of the context.
So even when we're trying to be friendly and funny, we still need to think before we speak.
Exactly. It's about finding that balance between expressing ourselves and being respectful of others.
It's like a modified version of that old saying, think before you speak. It's more like, think before you greet.
I love that. And I think it's a perfect note to end on for this part of our deep dive. We've covered a lot of ground, from the basics of hello to the nuances of informal greetings.
And we've learned that even those first few words can make a big impact on how a conversation unfolds.
They really do. They set the tone, create expectations, and can even influence the level of connection we feel with the other person.
Wow, we've really gone deep on English greetings, haven't we? From the simple hello to the more colorful what's cracking.
It's amazing how much there is to unpack, right? I mean, we've talked about social rules and cultural influences, and even a bit of psychology.
You know, what really stood out to me is how our choice of greeting can really shape the whole conversation. Like it sets the mood right from the start.
Absolutely. A friendly, energetic good morning can totally brighten someone's day and set a positive tone.
But like a mumbled hey, without even making eye contact, that can make someone feel kind of ignored, you know?
Exactly. It's almost like choosing the right music for a movie The right greeting sets the stage for the interaction.
That's such a great analogy. It really makes you think about the impact of those first few words.
And it's not just the words themselves, it's how we say them. A genuine smile, eye contact, those things make a difference even if you're just saying hi.
So, if our listeners were to take away one key message from this whole deep dive, what would you want it to be?
Be present, be authentic, and choose your greetings with intention. Let your personality shine through and use language that fits the situation.
That's great advice. It's about making those first few seconds count.
And don't be afraid to experiment. Try out different greetings, see how people react, find what feels right for you.
Yeah, language is all about expressing yourself, finding your own voice, and connecting with others.
I think so too, and that's what makes it so fascinating. There's always more to learn and explore.
Well, as we wrap up this episode, I just want to say how much I appreciate the power of language. It's how we connect, how we build relationships, how we make ourselves understood.
And it's constantly evolving. As we meet people from different cultures and backgrounds, we learn new ways of using language. It's a never-ending journey.
And that's the beauty of it. It's all about discovery and connection.
So to our listeners, we hope this deep dive into English greetings has inspired you to explore the nuances of language and to really use your words to create positive and meaningful interactions.
And remember, the next time you greet someone, take a moment to appreciate the power of those words. They have the potential to brighten someone's day, to create a spark, to maybe even change the course of a conversation.
So go out there and greet the world with confidence, authenticity, and a little bit of fun.
Thanks for joining us on The Deep Dive.